A local reality telestar is behind bars.
Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today. Yes, indeed. I see First Lady Sparkers is Miss Wu and Lady D and D Stars. How baby? How are you doing? How are you doing, Sparkers? How are you doing? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, misbehaving. I see my girls in the house. She's saying, "Good afternoon, Lady D and Chat." Yes, indeed, got my squad here. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today, man. I started off so sluggish today. I mean, so sluggish. I'm not gonna tell you no lie, guys. I started to throw in the white towel. I say, this is too much. I mean, this might be my last time, guys. This might be my last time doing a review when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I think this year this is it. I see Lamia Macmillan is in the house. I was chatting with him this morning. He says, the amazing D. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. I see, guys, look, y'all made my day. It's like my labor is not in vain because this is not easy. I promise you, it's not easy because we going against, I mean, these people. I mean, how can you gloat over someone's downfall? Make it make sense. I just can't gloat over no one's downfall because today is them, tomorrow it could be you. And when it's you, you might not be able to handle it. I see Ken's big sisters in the house. She says, "Good afternoon. All listen while working. Don't stop reviewing." Absolutely, absolutely. Lady Sparkle says, "Let yes, but it's everybody. I love you. Looking good with my pretty and pink." Yes, indeed. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. Anyone that wants to come on, you guys are welcome to come on because this is a lot. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I started yesterday. I went ahead and I changed it, and then I said, "Well, I had promised you guys that I was gonna come live, so let me go on and come on." But this right here, this is a lot, man. I just don't understand it, you know. And the thing about it, you know, when it comes to our people, like I said, we might have the same skin, you know, but we just not all kinfolks. I mean, it's just that some of us have fallen so far to you know, see someone downfall and to see how people are gloating. Yes, gloating. But I hope this it. I hope this right here, this is it, guys. I went ahead and I dropped my link in case someone want to come on. I would love to have my Lady Sparkles. I would love to see Lady Sparkle and Misbehaving, and also Lemon. I would like to see you come on as well. But getting to all this right here, let me make sure that I put out my disclaimer because you know we got to go ahead and do this right here. Copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So make sure that I go ahead and put that out the way. Also, my girl Dark and Lovely is in the house. Say hello, beauty at Lady D and Chat. I am listening. Yes, while driving. Drive safe, girl. Drive safe. But yes, guys, I know you guys heard the news. They said that Martell for a misdemeanor. It had was found guilty, you know, which he already that he did it. So it's not nothing big, you know, nothing to gloat over. It's not like it's a felony. It's not like he took a torch and took lighter fluid and wanted to sit there and light the entire house on fire. Now that's right there. That's criminal. That's felony. That's first degree. That's prison. It's not jail. It's straight to prison. But it's just to show you, how you can spare other people, but people is not going to spare you. Yes, indeed. I see Lady Sparkus is in the house. How are you doing,
You
Lady Sparkus?
doing? What's up, baby? You asking, you shall receive. What's up, what's up, what's up, baby? My lady
Don't you know
Z.
you've been in my prayers? I sit there and say, look,
I
I
know, girl.
want to
I
get
need
you
it
on.
all.
We
I need
do
it.
a show. We need to
Mm-hmm.
do a show, just you and I. I mean, it's just some stuff that I want to talk to you about. I
Oh,
was
yes, girl. I know everybody wants to talk to me, and I love it. I thank you all. You've been there from day zero. I was just telling somebody. I said, let me tell you something. I said, because they're going through the same thing as a lady I'm talking to now. And this is the very thing that needs to be discussed. And I've been tagging you, and I know you've been like, "Oh my God, I want to just so much to get into." But with the excuse me, our community, like you said, all of our skin ain't our skin. Everybody's not wishing for your happiness, your success, and even with this show, people are just judging by what they see, and they're just trying to figure any way to poke holes, poke holes, poke holes. And like you said, sometimes when it's you, it's everybody. It's when it's you that's gonna be it's different when it's you.
absolutely. I
It's
see
different.
Davita is in the house. Hey, Davita, how are you
Hey,
doing?
Davita, baby. I see all my
Yes, yes,
gemstone contenders is in the house. Yes,
Hey,
we
yes,
here with the
hey,
Lady D stars. Yes.
yes, indeed.
hey,
How are
Lady
you
D.
doing?
Hey,
Thank
Lady
you.
D, and hey, Lady Sparkle. I'm
What's up,
upset.
Vita?
I'm
Yes,
upset right now with this. They still continues to do this to this man, and I'm tired of it. It hurts because I'm a mom
Yeah,
as well, and I don't believe in making my child look down at his father. I think he should learn it on his
exactly.
own. You understand?
hmm And make his own decisions, and that's where a lot of people get messed up. And then they quick to say, "Oh, he's been in your life. He's been in your life. They ain't no good." Yeah, because if you blocking them from making their own decisions and letting them connect with them and make their own choices, of course people are gonna think that they're no good. It's crazy.
you
But
better
yeah,
I
believe.
y'all just came and drop in for a minute because I'm doing stuff. But I love you, Lady G. We will definitely get up with me. I love you, Davita. Shout out to the Gemstones and everybody. Yes, we are in the house. Y'all
So,
love,
did you
comment,
talk
share,
to my boy?
subscribe.
Did you talk to? When was the last time you talked to Eagle?
Oh, I haven't. I don't know what's going on with my Eagles. I know Eagle said he was working, and then That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, we gotta touch base on that. I don't know. I've been
Hmm.
calling, but I get no answer. I don't know if you could reach out to him.
Yeah, I
Yeah, because we
reached out to him.
definitely
He
in
said he's
that.
doing pretty good. He's doing pretty
Oh,
good. He's
okay,
working.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah, what time we need to call? My Lady Sparkle.
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Leave
yeah.
your email because I need to get with you
Okay.
because I want to
Yeah,
do
let me put
some.
in the back chat.
Yeah, because I want
Yeah.
to get with you. We could do some things on Sundays, okay? Because
Yeah.
a lot of things,
Yes.
like you know, uh,
Mhm.
who can teach us better? The ones that's been through it. So, like I said, we are
Exactly.
set there. It's time for us to put
But
all this
it's how you
theatrical stuff
stand
on the
strong
side.
through it. Cause
Yes,
it's how you stand strong through it. I was
yeah.
on another platform last night and I was saying it. It's in the back chat. But yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
Davita, I love you, girl. We be rocking over there. You see Marcella and what's the name cooking? Oh my God, I told him there's this
Miss
yes, I
FedEx
Wanda,
box
showing
did.
plate.
up, Miss Wanda. Yes.
Girl, I showed
And
up. My Mary
Marcella.
Jane. I
Yes.
said, honey, I need some of that food. Thank you very much. Just FedEx our plate. And that's it. Yes,
Yeah,
I
but I
love
didn't
you,
know
lady.
I
C. I
didn't know
love you,
you
Davita.
watch I didn't know you watch Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I didn't know you
I haven't, but that show is toxic, and them people are toxic because them
yes.
people, them screaming meters, they run over there like these people, like y'all know these people, like y'all, these people are gonna pay your light bill, your phone bill, your mortgage, your rent. Oh girl, I can't. But like I said, I definitely get my reviews from Marcella because she is everything. Miss
Ye
Wanda's everything. I told her, excuse me, Tisha's gonna have to move over. We're gonna have to share Marcel. She can get him on the weekday and I can get him on the weekend or something. So that's my mama. That's my mama-in-law. But yes, I love you guys. But hit me on the back end, Lady Z.
I
Love
sure
you,
will.
Davida.
Love you too, Lady
Right
Sparkle.
there.
And thank you for
Yes, I
coming up.
love you. Yes,
Thank you
always.
for
You know, I have to
coming
come
up.
talk to my baby. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
All
All
right,
right. Love
y'all.
you guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. We had Miss Sparkles, yes, in the house. Make sure you go ahead and check out her channel. Yes. Yes, indeed. Lady Sparkles. And I also got my girl Davita. Davita Brown is in the house. I see Simona Blunt. She's in the house. She say hello to the panel in chat. Lamar, he says, Lady D, I'm gonna try to dip in. I'm working. Okay, okay, misbehaving. My girl, make sure you go ahead and check her channel out. Misbehaving is fun. Yeah, she said, baby, they made it a point to send me a message of the outcome, but that's all right. That's all right. Let them gloat because, first of all, it was just a misdemeanor. And we already know, right, David? He already had acknowledged he did it. And the reason why he did it, because he told Melody to leave him the F alone, right?
Exactly. And I don't want to cry because this stuff,
Mm-mm.
they've been doing this for 2, 3 years. When is enough going to be enough of y'all villainizing this black man all over? I had enough of
Absolutely.
this. You got pictures of him at some doctor's office. That's a HIPAA violation.
Absolutely.
Why do
Absolutely.
these women think they could get away with harassing this black man that's on TV because of his indiscretions that I'm sure he got on his knees and asked God to forgive him for? That
Absolutely.
that ex-wife of his is not a woman, period. She's not a woman. Any woman of God that got kids would not allow these types of things to happen, period. She's an evil doer, period. And she got these women doing her evil works. There's nothing godly about her, period.
Absolutely, absolutely. I see Nicole Gibbons say he still didn't get any jail time. That's what they wanted. Good afternoon, Lady D and Chap. That's exactly what they wanted. But like I said, today it can be Martell going through, but tomorrow it can be somebody else. So you don't gloat over no one else's demise because we already know when it came to Martell, Martell gave Melody so much grace, and soon in a minute when you least expect, all this stuff is going to come down because you are allowing these overzealous melamutes to elevate you, to put you on that ladder. Yes, the devil, he even did it to Jesus Christ, put Jesus on the highest pinnacle. But like I said, you can go as high as you can, but the fall is worse than going up. So let them go up there. The same ones that's watching her butt go up there is the same ones that's gonna shake her butt right off it. And also, Davida, don't cry because let me tell you something. God got this. All
Mhm.
Martell have to do is let go and let God. Don't do like Melody. Melody say, God say go, but yet she stays stuck. No, Martell, give it to God. And I promise you, God is going to work it out because God got doors that's open for Martell that no man can close and no man cannot open. God got doors with just Martell's name on it. But the only thing is that Martell got to let go and let God. And I promise you, God is going to work it out. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
Hi, ladies, with y'all beautiful self.
Thank you very much. And you are beautiful and gorgeous as well. How are
Well,
you
thank
doing?
you. I'm doing pretty good. I was at a red light and I said, let me just chime in on the stream yards, and I'm going to leave you a little something in your cash app, my lady.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you very, very much. Thank you very,
Absolutely,
very
because I
much.
love what you do. You're such a sweetheart, and you're so thoughtful of other people, you
God
know,
bless
um,
you.
and being an inspiration to a lot of women, and I
Yes,
appreciate that with you, Lady D. But I
God
just
bless
wanted to
you.
express, I had gotten the news about Martell being convicted of this misdemeanor. If anything, he'll probably get probation. That's why he's going to appeal it because it kind of hinders him from being able to move and groove if he needs to go out of town or anything like that. And I don't blame Martell; he needs to appeal that,
Hmm.
but they trying to glory, they just all in their glory because he was convicted. Okay, because he did admit that he texted her and he did send her that, but he's not going to do any jail time.
Not
That's
at
what a
all.
misdemeanor, a felony, right? It's a misdemeanor. It's a felony 4 and 3. It's the lowest of all charges regarding that type of harassment.
And he
But
can get that expunged anyway, right? He can get
he
that
can get it
expunged.
expunged. Yep, he sure can. He can get that expunged
Yes.
right on off his record, you know. But I believe when he appeals this situation, I think they're supposed to go to family court soon, right? Am I right,
Yeah.
Davita? You and Lady D?
Yeah, right.
Uh, uh,
But
I
I
hope
think
he bring those videos, and I believe that he's got a bombshell for Melanie. I believe
yes,
that.
I do believe that. And what I'm I spoke to Marcella and I sent her messages. If he didn't have God in his life, I believe he would have unalived himself with all the stuff
Oh
they've
my
done
God.
for the last 2-3 years. Because
Hmm.
what is the end game to all of this? What is the
Right,
end game? Do you
Money.
right.
want
It's
him
money.
locked
It's money.
away
Money
where
got
he
a lot
don't
to
have
do
no
with that.
freedom, period? Or you want him 6 feet under? Because, baby, if any of that happened, you will get roasted all over these internet streets
Hmm.
because you will be blamed.
Yeah, because that man, he loves his children and he loved Mel. You know, as we look back in the prior seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville, he was a very nurturing father. Was he a good husband for cheating on Mel? No, but she kind of pushed her husband out there. Not that it justified of his cheating, because no woman wants to be cheated on. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
you know, you can't keep taking that wooden stick and beating that person upside the head every chance you get. And this is what she's been doing, and it's a very narcissistic behavior. You know, it's so many different layers of being a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Because what my opinion is that when she was able to post when she was traveling and her and the kids on vacation, yeah, you know, she wants to continue showing to the public that she's just such a caring, nurturing mother. But you're that same mother, from what I saw from the prior season, is that you was chasing behind your dream, which
Hmm.
was nothing wrong with that. But your husband is asking you, I need you at home. I need you home with me and the kids. Be home sometimes with your family. Slow down. Y'all remember him telling her that? I need you to slow down, ma'am.
Absolutely.
But my Martell, I got this play and I'm gonna do this and I'm doing that and I'm gonna do this and that. It's like she didn't listen to her husband. You know,
Hmm.
she wasn't listening to Martell. You know, so you know, I hate that they're in this place where they are, where they're back and forth, because the ones that's feeling the brunt of all of this chaos is their little small innocent kids. Them babies is
Absolutely.
innocent,
That's
you
the one
know, and
that
that's
hit the
that's
hurt.
the main
Yes.
focus, you know. And I truly believe in my heart and spirit that Martell is going to overcome this. But I just hope that he take this as a lesson and that he move forward and put a hold on his behavior. You know, just kind of just kind of do according to what the course is telling you to do. Put your focus on your children and yourself and how to move forward with your kids and go on and raise your babies. You know,
Absolutely.
and
Right.
co-parent with, and, you know, be civil in your co-parenting. You know.
She doesn't want to co-parent. And remember back last year when it was
Hmm.
exposed that the judge felt that she doesn't want to co-parent?
Right. And you know the sad part about it all too, ladies, is that these millimeters forget Mel didn't make these babies by herself. These are his children just as well. They keep
Absolutely.
saying her kids. Her kids. No, they got a father. And this is what he was angry about when he made mention of her having these 20 something people watching his kids. And I don't blame Martell. You don't need everybody over your kids like that. You know, you got a father
Right.
that was willing to keep his kids, babysit his kids. He's making himself available to have his children. Why are you running to everybody else? Because this is what narcissistic people do. But if Martell would just shut down, totally back away from Melanie, communicate with her only when needed, if need be, she's going to find some other reason to come at Martell again, because a narcissist cannot stand being ignored. Remember, I
Absolutely.
told you,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
this is all to
And
keep his attention.
see,
Yes. I
I
see.
said,
Let's see what Lamera. Am I
Lamel.
pronouncing your name? Lamera.
Yes, you
How
are.
are you doing? This is
Great. How
new.
you doing, Lady D?
Welcome to Real Talk with your girl,
I'm
Lady D.
telling you, I have been watching you since you started. Before I get into this conversation, I just want to kind of give you big ups right now. I want to kind of feed into your spirit because I do believe, Lady D, that God has a purpose for you in social media.
I
Yes.
receive it right
Yes.
now.
I do believe that you have a voice. I do believe that you are led, you are spirit led because I've connected with your spirit from the beginning.
I
Um,
receive it.
and I want you to, when you need to take time to refill, do that. Do that. We'll be here. You got your day ones with you, and we're gonna always support you. We not ain't gonna always gonna agree with you, but
Yes.
we gonna support you. And I love you, lady. I know this is our first time speaking. I'm working right now, so I can't show my face.
That's
But I
okay.
just want to tell you, I love you so much. Like I have connected with your spirit from the beginning. Okay. But now I want to jump into it. So, hey, ladies, how y'all doing? So,
I'm
y'all
doing well.
good, good. My name is Lamille, but you can call me Happy Meal because everybody calls me that for some reason. I'll get more
Okay.
to that later. But I want to kind of jump into it. I've not really ever been a Martell fan, but nor have I been a
Right.
Melody fan either. I expressed to Lady D yesterday, they both need some work.
Absolutely.
It's going to take a lot of healing. It's going to take, some real spiritual prayer warriors to pray them through. I think, and like I expressed to Lady yesterday through text, that I think the show itself has put them down a rabbit hole, to where now they have to show up in some type of negative way to continue to have that income coming in for the both of them.
Right.
I think that once you get down, it's hard to get out. And I was telling Lady D through text yesterday. I said, hey, I know Melody is still hurt. I know
Right.
Martell is still hurt. But then when you have a show, a number one show, and they're saying, oh, you got to have a storyline, and the fans don't want to see anything positive. As much as they say they want to see them do good things, they want to see the whole cast do things. They want to see that drama. And
Absolutely.
they have in the two of them and the rest of the cast, they have to put that out there. I think that Melody, and just my opinion, I don't know her. I know a brother not too well, but we've been in some same situations. I know her brother,
Right.
and they are really, really good people. They really
I
are.
can believe that. I believe
They
that. Yep.
they are really good people. We used to sing in the same choir, so just to put that out there, we sing in the same choir.
Okay.
But they're really good people. I think that the mellow meters have placed Melody in a position where she cannot directly speak to them because that is a very good income for her and her family.
Mhm.
And then when you put in perspective
Exactly.
that she has 4 little ones to feed, she has a career that is just, it hadn't even really taken off yet. It really hasn't. It's just really starting. She has to keep that momentum going. And when you have a negative fan base, such as the millimeters, and let me
Right.
put this out there, millimeters, I ain't scared of y'all. I'm not. So
Right.
say what
Exactly.
you want to say, say what you want to say. But I think it's putting Melody in a bad situation where she can't speak out as much as she would like to because it's some really negative millimeters out there, as well as some really negative people on Martell's side as well. So I think they need to get back to some type of middle ground. They need to have some kind of spiritual advisement for someone that's not connected to the show, somebody that has not seen the show, that does not know them. And until they do that, the kids are going to continue to hurt. And I feel sorry because now they got the older girl. She's getting it to be a teenager. And those
Absolutely.
feelings are going to start coming in. And she's going to be able to recognize the toxicity from both parts. And it's going to
Absolutely.
be really,
And you're right
really hard for
because
them.
You're right.
right
Because
because if you
said,
remember that one segment, when that baby, when they were him and Mel was at, they came over to her office and that baby girl started crying. Remember she went out to the car. Remember
Mhm,
how that baby
mhm.
broke down. Kids are like sponges. They ain't as naive as everyone thinks because you're young. Kids can feel that energy and they
That's
see
right.
what they see. You know,
That's right.
and I totally agree with you. And let me just be clear on this: we as women on this panel and those in the chat, we understand that kind of hurt that Mel has experienced. We understand that. And as far as me, I was rooting for Mel, but when I began to see something different, when you begin to look beyond of what you see with that third eye, I begin to see that spirit that was in Mel. And this
Mhm.
is when I kind of bagged away. Because it's like you got this stick and you can just keep beating it. You keep beating and beating and
Mhm.
beating. And Martell was doing his stuff because they kind of are one and the same. Because he's got his narcissistic traits too.
Mhm. Mhm.
Martell got his ways too because they both been poking at each other. But I think
Mhm.
it came a time where he just got silent and she should have just left him alone. When he
And
ain't bothering you, go on about your business.
and then it's this thing where and a man has to take it from the woman. You know what I'm saying? He has to take it, or he will
Mhm.
look less than a man. So I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of stuff, that the reason why he hasn't reacted the way he did as far as the legal sense is concerned is because he still has that still has to he's a man, and he still has that pressure on him that he can only do so much, and it's the pressure that he has to take it. You know what I mean? And it's not good, but that's just kind of the society we live in, especially when you down south. Like, I'm in Georgia,
Right.
ladies. So when you're in down south
Okay.
Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, there is a certain culture that men have to have. They have to appear strong. They have to appear, the
Exactly.
woman has to be able to brow bash them and beat them as much, and the man is supposed to take it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, and I'm thinking back to the show just this past weekend when the Scott brothers went to him and he was saying, "Hey, she did this to me. I went lower." That was a vulnerable point for him. But I don't think the Scott brothers, I know they get it, but
Mhm.
they still was trying to say, "No, you can't do that. You can't do that," because it makes him look less of a man. But he was saying, "Hey, no, look, she went low, I went lower," and he should be able to do that. He should be able to do that. He has feelings too, and he's a person too. So, you know, it's a lot of work that has to be done with them too. I keep
And,
going back with
and,
them. It's a
and
lot of work.
plus,
And see,
right,
I'm
and
a
plus of them.
divorce.
I'm sorry, Davita. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
I'm
Go ahead.
divorced, and I'm a single mom, and my son graduates next week, and I refused when he was small to talk down to him about his dad. I wanted him to know his dad himself because I
Exactly.
seen it where children end up biting the mom in the tail when they do stuff like that. The children end up resenting
Yep.
the mom.
Hmm.
Yep.
Mhm.
She's always talking about she should have picked another man, but
That was
homegirl,
horrible.
check
And then
this
she put it in
out.
a song.
Some
She put it
black
in a
men in the
song.
South, some black men in the South is alpha male. And they won't even deal with a chick that's not in a two-parent household. So let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
You up here
Mhm.
talking about you should have picked a better man. What about if Martell should have picked a better woman? Cause chick, you an outside child allegedly. You ain't have no dad in the house with you. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the reason
Mhm.
why she does the things she does. She don't even know how to respect the black man. Let's call that out. Period.
Absolutely.
Right. I
Absolutely.
agree with you. Yep, I do agree with you. And both of them are young too. And Martell didn't have a male figure in his life to show him it's okay for a man to be vulnerable to what he feels. You know what I'm saying? Men sometimes are shaped in where if you cry, it makes you less than a man. If you show your emotions of hurt or whatever, it makes you less than a man, and it don't. Strong men cry. Strong
But
men express their emotions. You know what I'm saying? But
but
I
just like
think
Miss
he is.
Behaven says, they better speak up now
Mhm.
because the black man he hunted down like a sheep for the slaughter. So they better
Yeah.
speak up.
Oh yeah.
I,
Absolutely.
I want
Absolutely.
Martell. It's gone too far to the point he's being stalked wherever he goes now. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
needs to
Because I saw him
press
showing him sitting
charges.
in the
He,
hospital.
he,
Right.
he needs to press charges against her and her cult because they done too much to him. They destroyed him to make money. They purposely admitted on video that they did that stuff on
Hmm.
purpose on Amazon to damage his sales. They tried to buy out his contract with Miguel with those suits. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
That's
saying? They
horrible.
done too much. They taking pictures of him at a doctor's office for crying out loud. Are you kidding me? Are you
Right.
kidding me? He can't have no
Right.
privacy nowhere. Are you serious? This is
Right.
this is beyond This is beyond some petty stuff now. You're putting people's lives in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
he needs
Lamel,
to
as a
he needs to
man,
do a lawsuit. I'm sorry for the emotions,
absolutely,
but
absolutely.
We
So,
understand
Yes,
the
Lamel,
ma'am.
leader.
as a
Yes,
man,
ma'am.
what is the solution, for Martell to move on?
Okay, so let me put this disclaimer. I'm LGBTQ, so just put that out there.
Okay.
So just to let you ladies know, but I honestly feel that to me,
Can I interject right quick? But you a man
sure.
first.
That's right,
Got you.
right. And
Yup,
I can
you a
speak,
man first.
and I consider myself a man, and I walk
That's
I
right.
walk in my masculinity. I also
Right.
walk in my spiritual convictions as well. So let me just say that
Hmm.
I
Right.
do feel that for me, I would, if I was Martell, I would step back. I
Uh-huh.
would give
Hmm.
myself maybe a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
step back. Don't come on social media. Don't address anything. Focus on his kids.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And then when he um, comes back strong. I think what as a man, Martell likes women. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He like women. you
Mm-hmm.
know, he likes
Hmm.
women.
That's
He
right.
like he likes to be around beautiful women. He
Mm-hmm.
likes the attention of
Right.
beautiful women, and that is what I feel is kind of hindering him. Because once the people have that view of you, once they forget who he is and forget, oh, that he's attached to this woman, he was attached to Ariane, he's attached to this other
Hmm.
woman, you know, it'll put him in a neutral space. Let me I honestly feel he needs to just step back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Don't address these millimeters. Don't, you know, interact with Melody through the daughter. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? They pick mom, daddy said this. Okay, Melly want to get in touch with him, send it through the dollar. You know, pull it all the way back. Like, brother, pull all the way back because
Yep.
these they are tearing into this man. Then this man
Absolutely.
has had a lot of different things that he could have done, but the Melodies are they are attacking him, and this has been too long. We into
Absolutely.
the
Too long.
eighth season of this show. They've been
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
divorced for what, 6 years now? Come
6 years.
on,
Yep.
come
And you
on now.
know what else, Lamel, right? Or
Yes,
should I say Happy Meal? Because
it don't
I'm
matter.
bad with names. Okay.
You can say Happy Meal. That's easy to remember.
My brother, Happy Meal. But listen, what I also now this is what I do hold Martell accountable. When Ariane was going on social media and she was saying little stuff, and like antagonizing Mel. I think in those times, Martell should have stepped up to
That's
protect
right.
Mel and his kids in
That's
those
right.
moments and stopped her to put it
That's
because it
right.
was like what happened with her having a baby by Martell and they had this relationship was smeared all in Mel's face.
That's
And he
right.
didn't protect Mel in that time. She needed her ex-husband and the father of her kids to protect her in that way.
That's right.
So I think with this fight that she's coming back, she's just trying to get him for the old, the new, and the ugly, all of it. She's
That's
just
right.
coming at him like that. But it comes a time, it got to stop. It needs to stop.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think her fan base won't let her move on. I really do.
Exactly.
I think she really wants to heal. And you can see the pain and hurt all into her face, but her fan base will not allow her to heal. This is what the
Mm.
fans need to realize. If you love Melody the way you say you do, stop tearing Martell down and build her up. Because
Hmm.
you're not building her up by bringing him down. You can only
Absolutely.
Right.
build her up by helping her heal and get over it. Leave him alone. Let them handle their business. Stop putting out content on Martell and pushing this stuff back in Melody's face. Allow that woman to
Right.
heal. Allow that woman to
Right.
move on. Allow that woman to continue her career. Let her heal her own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always about, okay, we on your side because we don't like Martell. No, you actually doing her more damage than good.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's already been damaged because the word on the streets from a major content creator saying the industry already knows about her and these fans. They don't
yep.
want to work with her. And
Yep.
so
Sure don't.
she's already being blackballed. I don't think she's going to ever get another opportunity since she got that thing with Nubian. That's where she needs to go, because I know that she wants not to destroy him, but she wants to destroy somehow Carlos King and what he's worked hard for too. And Carlos King is very heavy in those Atlanta streets, and she doesn't want them type of problems.
Right. And you know what? Here's my thoughts too. God forbid if God called Mel's name at any time and that man is looking for work. These people have interfered and smeared his name so bad that nobody probably want to work, with him in the future. You know what I'm saying? But I did hear that Bravo is looking at Martell to work with him, and that's a good thing, because that man needs to have something to be able to support himself and his babies.
Yeah,
I have something.
I think that I honestly think that, like, both of them, they're beautiful people. So there's always going to be room for them in Hollywood. I do in like, you're only as big as your last scandal. So I do believe that once all of this blows over, they both will be able to find work like that. I don't see a reason why, like, they would be, blackballed indefinitely. I really don't, because they both have it. They have that it factor when it comes to TV. They both photograph well. They photograph better when they with each other, but they photograph amazing apart as well. So I don't think that they both have any issues going forward. I just think if the fans could just leave them alone and let them be able to build a more positive brand, that they would be in better situation. That's what I'm looking for. The fans have hurt both of their brands. And
what do you think that Melody have to offer, when it comes to anything that's away from Martell, Lamar?
Okay, I feel that, first of all, she's beautiful. I'm going back to her look. She's beautiful. She speaks well. She has a beautiful voice. She can act.
On the reality show, oh, you say she can act and all
she
that?
Can act. Oh, she can act.
Okay,
and she can learn to do that. So I think that now, as far as this is enough, as far as reality show is concerned, I think and I've never met Carlos, I never have, but I think the producers of Love and Marriage Huntsville have kind of dropped the ball when it comes to her. Is that they won't show any of her Seventh Avenue, her makeup line. They won't show that anymore. Give us some of that content with her. It don't have to be a lot. You still keep a little drama there for us, but give us something else that she's doing. I know she was working in Huntsville with a team, building people up when they took her classes. Show us a little bit more of that with her. If Martell would have allowed her to film the kids, I think her navigating work and fame, the beginning of fame with kids would have been a perfect storyline. But he kind of.
So do you know why? Do you know why Martell stopped the kids from filming?
No.
Right. So tell me why, Lady D.
Go ahead.
Tell me why.
Why? Because it's like she was trying to pit them against each other, and not to mention with the producer. You remember when the producers had say which one you favor? Do you favor Martell or your mom? That was horrible. Not only that, she played the scene when got one of the children out of the bed to spy on Martell when he was with Ariane, and that was horrible. And not to mention another scene, when she had talked to one of the kids and say, who cooks better? I give you a full course meal. You don't do that, because kids are like sponges, you don't do that. And most of all the stuff that happened, why the kids are not being filmed is because Melody was trying to pit, each other, Martell against, her, that does not make sense at all. But what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think that either way, she still can do that. We just don't see it on TV. So
why she don't just leave and go focus on Nubian? Why would you build somebody else's house when you trying to build your own house? Does that make sense?
That's true.
So why she just don't leave?
I don't know. Maybe she don't have the funds to build a house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I can't really speak. I don't know. Maybe because it's a lot to build a whole platform. As you know, Lady D, I'm sure just this is been a lot for you,
Of
getting
course,
equipment.
yes.
But yeah, but trying to do something as far as Nubian, maybe they had the money, the fund money to put her content out there. I really don't know. But I do know that the fans, both more on Martell's side and Melody side, we love them kids like our own. They were the next our kids per se. You know what I'm saying? We love Sugar Mama, we love Tank, we love the other two girls. Like, so I do believe that him taking them away off the show, it did kind of sucker punch, Mel in a certain type of way. There could have been, I think there could have been a better negotiation, with that. Between the two of them, but I wasn't in court with them, so I can't speak to both sides. I do feel that if she did pick the kids against Martell, that producers had a responsibility to not do that.
Well, we already know about the producers.
They
how
should
grimy
they should
they
not
are.
have done that. They should
They
not have
very
done
grimy.
that. And then that's where Mr. King should have stepped in and say, "Hey,
Absolutely.
producers, don't touch them kids. Now y'all can do whatever to these grown folks. Y'all can do whatever, as long as they're gonna allow you to do it, but do not touch the kids. That is a red line tape. No." So
But
I don't
not
know.
just
Maybe
the
that's the reason.
producers, not just the producers, Melody. You remember the skating ring? You remember that one, right?
Yeah, now I remember that.
And to deny it like that, let me say this, Davida, I so commend you that you were mature enough not to speak ill about your son's father to him. Reason why I say that, as a mother of 4 daughters, my kids are 43, 41, 40, and 39. And my 2 younger daughters have gone through terrible divorcements. And as a mother, we always gonna want to come to bat for our children, And like, I had to really speak wisdom into my daughters as well, and love them through that time of those horrible divorcements, where they were angry, didn't want the father. I said no, because you didn't think of your fathers at the time when you guys were making these babies and when you was in this marriage. So he may not have been a good husband, but he's been a damn good father to your children. So do not do that to your kids. I would not sit back and allow you to do that to my grandbabies, to have them to think differently of their dad, because as they get older, they'll begin to see what they need to see about their dad, whether it's right or wrong. That's their relationship, and I dare you. But mine, no. I said, no, you be a woman. Be a woman enough. And this is time for you to pull up your big girl panties and do what you're supposed to do, and focus what you're supposed to do as a mother and as a woman. And you move forward, Don't speak ill about their dad, because whatever behaviors that he's displaying, the kids ain't stupid. They'll pick that up. They'll pick that up. And this is what Ms. Vance should be in Mel's ear. And encouraging her, hey, some things you just have to just let it be what it is and move on. All these songs that she's making is about Martell. When is it that you're going to move forward? I want to hear some stuff from her where I got a new love in my life, or something.
Thank
I
you.
want to see who she's dating and how she's doing with her business. I wish well for Mel for her business. What they have to say about her and Martell, both of them are hustlers. They know how to survive. They know how to survive. But when you got people, your fan base is interfering in another person's business like that, that's an issue, and Martell needs to address that.
Absolutely.
That's tortious interference when you are destroying this man's destroying his opportunities to be able to survive for himself and his kids, and that's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And Mel needs to address that. Hey, listen, y'all pipe down and leave Martell alone. We're gonna do what we do. I appreciate y'all being my fan base. Y'all support me, but this is between me and Martell, because this is affecting my children.
And
that's how she needs to address that.
But it's going to be hard for her to do that when he's been used as a sacrificial lamb for her money.
Right.
See, when you don't have God in your life, this is what happens. She's not a godly woman. She hasn't had her glow up yet. I wasn't even 30 yet when I went through my divorce and everything. And I had to learn the hard way. Okay. And she has it way easier than most of us that go through things like that. And for her to just do this, it's not of God. God delivered you from that, but you allowing it. I feel allegedly, in my opinion, I know that she has conversations with those women
Oh,
behind the
absolutely. I
scenes.
believe that. I believe. But like I said before, Davita, she's in a place of disobedience because if God told you 4 years ago, male leave, but you still stuck in that same place because
Absolutely.
you keep having these conversations. You keep making these songs about Martell. Leave Martell over there where he at, and Martell
Mhm.
leave you over there where you at. Focus on your kids and do what y'all supposed to do and mind the business that pays you. You know what
That's
I mean?
it. That's
And
it.
see this, I bet you by Saturday, there's gonna be a new shirt being done. There's gonna be a new sale, guys.
Oh yeah. But there's some accountability for Mel too, because she, like I said before, she should have been charged for DV when she came in Martell's house and did what she did with that baseball bat and that lighter fluid.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I
But
think she
see,
should be
he
charged.
spared her with that. He spared her with that because Martell still have not yet filed charges against Melody for what she did when she destroyed his property like that
And,
and threatened his life.
and Dark
Yeah,
and Lovely, do he still have time to go ahead and file charges, or
yeah,
it's too
yeah, he
late?
do. Yeah,
He
he
still
do.
do. Okay.
Yep, he do. Because a DV is a DV, and he's got it on video of what she
Hmm.
did. She came into his territory in his house, of which if
Absolutely.
he got everything on the video. So now, why she want to reach way back and pull them charges on Martell, she better be careful because he can do the very same thing and take that to the courts and to the prosecutor and say, "Hey, listen, this is the reason why I sent her this text message. Am I wrong for doing that to her? Yes, I am. But this is what she's been doing to me."
Absolutely.
And I
I'm,
believe Martell got some stuff that he's gonna present to the courts too. He ain't appealing that case for nothing.
and I'm
Absolutely.
glad you said that. I'm glad you said it because this is what I was talking with when I chatted with Lady D. Like, put in perspective, and this is me. Like, I'm still trying to be neutral because I agree with like
Hmm
95% of stuff y'all are saying. It's
hmm
a slippery slope. But how do you ladies feel? I just know I have a sister, and I'm very close with my sister. I'm very close with my mom. It's not a lot of females in my family, but we are all very close knit. How would y'all
hmm
feel? And I know you guys have daughters. How would you feel if a man had a a video of a sexual occurrence with one of your daughters and was taking it and showing it around to people and was showing it to people that seen the video? How would you guys react to that? How would you guys, what would you even know to say to your daughters? And because, and I said this to Lady, I keep repeating it. I was really rocking with Martell with a lot of it, but then when
Right.
he did that, and I had to, and I was like, oh, it's just a video, it's just a video. But then when
Hmm.
I actually put into it what she was doing on the video, and then you would take that and show it to your homeboys. You showed it to your new girlfriend. Your girlfriend showed it to her girlfriend. Like, how
But here's the
how would
question.
you
Here's the
how would you
question.
expect her to feel though? How would you expect Melody to feel? Like, I had to really put myself in that space. And my question to y'all is, how would y'all handle it? How would y'all actually handle it? Okay.
What, what, okay, so coming from a law enforcement perspective, because I'm retired. Okay,
Okay. All
That's why
right.
I
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
know
the
who
thing
has
of
seen
it
the
is,
video. Who's seen the
who
video?
actually see, she's got to show proof that Ariane, he might have had conversation with Ariane, but did she actually see it?
Hmm.
Who else? Is there other witnesses that said Martell text this to me? He didn't post it on social media. That's why it's a misdemeanor because it
Hmm.
was not actually sent to other people. This is only hearsay of what they're
Yes.
saying that he showed these other people because the courts would have definitely slammed him for RP.
Yeah.
They would have got
Absolutely.
him for that.
Yeah.
So as a mother, I would have been angry as HELL. Yes, I would have. And I would have had my daughters go and file that very same complaint. I'm not saying that Mel was wrong for not putting this on paper. See what it
Hmm.
is? She's building a paper trail. That's what
Hmm.
this is.
Uh-huh.
She's building a paper trail, and she's in her rights to do that because he did send her a message like that. Of
Hmm.
course. That's just like a man to take his hands and you put your hands on my daughter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes,
As a
ma'am.
mother, I'm gonna come at you because see, I got brothers too. I don't have any sisters, but as a mother, you put your hands on my daughter to cause injury, then I'm gonna want to lay my hands on you because I'm not gonna be laying my hands on you for prayer. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just being honest. That's how I would feel. But coming from a law enforcement and knowing the law, I would tell my daughters, well, then you make sure that you go and you file this complaint. Make sure it's on paper because if it's ever surfaced that he's actually showed these other people, now you can take this to the prosecutor. Go back and revisit with the prosecutor because now he actually committed a felony crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He done took it to the next level now. You know, because now people are talking about, oh, I seen this, because people gonna tell it. Oh, I seen this video of Mel and Martell. Oh, girl, did you see that? That's how people do. And right there, had he did that, the judge would have slammed Martell without a question. They would have cited it to him in court. Yeah.
Absolutely. But it was no videos. It was no pictures, no nothing. It was just a text to leave me the F alone, right?
Well, they said it was a picture. They said it was supposed to allegedly that it's supposed to be a picture, but he didn't post that on social media. No one else has stepped forward. That was just Ariane again smearing stuff in Mel's face, and that's when Martell should have been stepping to the plate on Mel's behalf and say, "Hey, listen, what me and you do, you don't come after my ex-wife and my children." That's right. Where he should have stood for Mel, and I think what Mel reacting to is because he didn't protect her in those times when he should have been protecting Mel. Yeah, he should have been protecting Mel.
Who have the screenshot? Did he send a screenshot to people or he sent it to Melody?
No, he sent it to Melanie. She's going around telling people that, well, from what the other young lady, Carlson called her and told her, she basically just shared with Mel what the conversation her and Ariane had. It's all hearsay.
Oh, so that's explains why it's a misdemeanor then. It's not a
exactly. It's all hearsay.
You know, when I look at that situation with Carson and how that all came about, first they was mad at her because they found out her and Ariane were cool. Then a few days later, here goes this whole story about she told me that Martell wanted her to do this. It seems so calculated. Now check this out. Allegedly, it's been on YouTube. 2 sources already put this out. Sheree Renfield is being fired from Bravo because of this situation with Martell. Now, Mel, you done messed up her bag. Dad, you don't want nobody to succeed, do you, girl, that hangs with Martell? Yeah.
Wait a minute, how they're firing Sheree because of
so that's alleged. We're gonna say alleged.
It's alleged, but
yes,
one of the YouTubers that they was mad at who took a video down about that court case, he just put it out there and somebody else put it out there. And if this is true, this could go either 2 ways. Either Carlos, Martell, and Sheree come to a table and try to make something out of this. Or number 2, if this is true and Sheree may have receipts on what Miss Buddy's been doing, I could see a lawsuit Sheree doing against her and her fans. How about
anytime misbehaving, finna let her up too. But yeah, some of the stuff when those content creators be saying, I don't take their word as face value, not at all.
Okay. A lot of them just be making up stuff. A lot of them making up stuff just to get clicks and views. They don't want to. And that's what I love about you, Lady D, because you deal with the truth. Like if you'll say, okay, I don't know this. This is what it is, and I love it about you, Lady. You don't stir up no mess. you know.
I ain't got control for that. I ain't got time.
Right. You keep it straightforward. You keep it straightforward. And a lot of them they'll go and pull up something that happened 8 years ago and make it seem like it just happened 30 minutes ago. Yeah,
right about that because I see the video yesterday and they claim this woman did business with Martell and she showed the Facebook name. So when I go and search it, ain't nothing showing up. So how far back was these receipts they were showing?
And right, because even when Ariane was talking to, what's her name? That one content creator, when she was sharing this information about what allegedly happened.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. That was years ago. That stuff didn't just happen. That was some years back when Ariane was disclosing stuff to that woman.
Right. You're right.
Yeah, and they're trying to make it like it just happened. No, it didn't. That happened some time ago.
Misbehaving is in the house.
Hey,
Misbehaving.
Hey, misbehaving.
Guys, make sure you go check out Misbehaving. It's fun. My girl.
Good
Ooh,
afternoon,
she been
everybody.
through it. She
Hi,
been through it with the
ladies.
millimeters.
Hi, Miss Dark and Lovely. You sound and look just like you sound. Sexy chocolate.
Oh, hey, my baby. Hey, my girl.
I've
Hey,
been following
Davita.
Misbehaving too. I've been
Hey,
following her too.
Misbehaving.
Yeah, she got some gloves on over there.
The misbehaving ain't one to mess with.
I've been praying for Misbehaving too, because she didn't have to be disrespected, nor her family either, on these YouTube streets. And my
Right.
But
prayers goes out to her, for her to stand
Yeah,
strong.
she been through that. That was wrong what they did.
That was definitely wrong.
thank you,
Absolutely.
Davita. But you know that come with the territory with YouTube. Everybody doesn't have class. You know,
Right.
Mhm.
sometimes you give them what they want, and sometimes you just lay low, so they start missing you where they come searching for you, and then you
Right.
just get a kick. So, is that Mr. Limeel? How do you say your name, sir?
It's Lamille. Like you just call me Happy Meal because that's what everybody called me.
Happy Meal, Lameel.
They
I'm gonna
can't
put
remember that.
I can remember Lamille. That's French. Lamille. I'm gonna
Yes,
put some
it is.
respect on your name.
Yes, it does.
That's right.
Either one. Either one.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say, I I um I
I'm gonna
think
put
it's
y'all on mute. I'm
unfortunate.
getting here in my tire.
Okay.
But to answer your question, Lamille, now see, if it happened to my daughter, I'll be mad and I'll tell her what she needs to do. But knowing me, my mind said I want to tear his butt up. But also tearing his butt up, I would let her know. And I've warned my daughters never make any videos or anything. Because anybody
Mm-hmm.
could get a hold of it. Now, if you make a video, because I'm not going to claim to be perfect, because baby, I made a video, but I made sure I had possession of them.
Absolutely.
I cannot with you.
Look, that's that air Reese sent me. I made sure I had control of that video, baby.
But some women don't think like that. See, you old school. See.
Yeah. I was like, they never get a chance to show me up online. So, you might hear the audio. But anyway, I don't suggest anybody, and especially the older you get, you cannot trust anybody. You don't know what cameras they have in their home, whether you're married or not. And then let's say if it were made, because I don't know, nobody's seen the video. It's his word against theirs and hers. But for every action, there's a consequence. And if you need to research the laws in your state, because you
Right.
don't know what she's holding on to come back to get you with. Because from my understanding, this all really centers around the fact that the children cannot film anymore on the show. And in fact, one of her Mellow Cult members made a video and they said he should have settled, he wouldn't have had this outcome. So what was he
Wow.
settling for?
Because
You know what
she
I'm
sent him a text message saying that if he would drop the charges, if he would allow the kids to film.
Yep.
How about that?
That's what it was.
Ye-
Yep.
yes, Dark and Lovely. I understand that. That's what I understood. But I'm like, if you're so hurt, one, I'm always on the side of women. But right is
Mm-hmm.
right and wrong is wrong. But women, what I keep saying this and saying to women, we need to be held accountable and accept the consequences of choices
Yep.
and actions that we make also.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I
Yep.
might get on you and tell you about yourself, but I will uplift you and I'm going to ride with you. You cannot be playing with these men. Just like men, there are some women out there that's El Pollo Loco, and you're going to take a chance with your life. You can't do that. So, women, we have to decide who it is that we're marrying or choosing to have children with. If you decide to accept a man back that has cheated on you, I've been married before. I've had a husband that cheated on me. I left him. And, I've been in a DV situation where it's actual DV, where it was physical. My nature is to want to fight back, but because I had small children, I don't trust
Right,
anyone raising my children. And my thing would have been to, you know, take the brother up off earth. But when I
right.
had finally decided, it's not worth it because I'm getting to that line, I can't deal with it because I can understand some parts of where Melody is coming from. My
Exactly.
ex, he, was in the military. You call the police, they don't want to do anything because they see this man, muscular build, and then they find out they both served and whatever else. I say all of that to say this: picked up. I did not have the financial resources saved or stacked. I couldn't take it anymore. I packed up me and my two girls. We had three backpacks. So when I hear people saying, well, she had to have a plan, you put up with this man sleeping with this other woman for over 5 years. You
Mhm.
didn't decide to leave him until you got on this show and the other woman had a baby. I can
Mhm.
understand being angry. You hurt, you want your lick back because the other woman was disrespecting you and Martell wasn't defending you and wasn't saying anything. Because I was upset at him for a long time for that too. But my thing is,
Hmm.
then when I saw where he shut up, when Martell became quiet, wasn't going on social media, now you got Melody and her lapdogs. They're
Mhm.
doing all the attacking, and I'm like, how can you let a flame die down if folks keep adding wood and fuel to that fire? And to me,
Absolutely.
it appears like they want him to get a reaction out of him. So I won't talk too much longer, but to folks that want to call us pick me's and pick Misha, baby, I'll be your auntie pick Misha.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
And
The
see,
only
let
person
me
I
share something. Let me share
go
something with
ahead.
y'all. Let me just share something. Now, look, when I was still on the force, because again, my husband passed away years ago, back in the '90s. So, I raised my daughter, then my daughters. I didn't want anyone else coming in. I'm like you, misbehaving. I didn't want another man trying to raise my kids. So after I became an empty nester, my daughters, they went on off to college and did what they needed to do, got on their own agenda, and then I opened myself up to start dating, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I end up dating one of my coworkers in the bureau. So we dated. We have been friends for years, and we dated for a while. We ended up splitting up a few years back. So he wanted to lose his head because I went on and I went my way, he went his way, but he wanted to kind of keep nitpicking and trying to see what I'm doing because I'm a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, when I'm done with you, I'm done. We done.
Right.
Ain't no back and forth. I'm not ready to go back and forth with you. Well, anyway, he called himself coming over to my place, and because he wanted to show an attitude, and he damaged my TV. I said, "Oh, that's what you're doing?" Now we both retired, so that Corvette that he had pulled up in my driveway, I got my hammer. I said, because you're not gonna come into my house and feel like you can express yourself because you upset and mad. I said, because we both can tear this place up together. I said,
Uh,
because I ain't going down. I ain't going down like that. So I went on outside and took a hammer. I broke out the windows. I broke out the headlights. I tore up them seats with a butcher knife. I said, so we all gonna lose our head today. He said, I can't believe that. I can't believe you did that. I said, well, go ahead, because we both know the law. I
so
said, so you want to act crazy? I'm gonna be crazier. Don't play with me. Say, I'm like you, misbehaving. Don't play with me like that. Don't do that. Mm-mm.
Sure, we all had our moments.
So
okay.
now look, when he come across me now, I don't speak. He don't even make eye contact. Yep, you doing the right thing, brother. Yep, you doing the right thing. Continue going your way, and I'm gonna go mine.
All right now. So dark and lovely, your alias is forevermore MC Hammer.
He said, I can't believe you tore up my Corvette. I said, I can't believe that you came in my house and just gonna slam my brand new TV that I bought.
Mm.
And you gonna break my
That's
TV
right.
because you upset and mad because we ain't together? Man, please. You don't act crazy, so we both gonna lose our head. I said, so what I'm gonna do, so I went on and I put it on paper. I beat him to the punch, and my supervisor said, now you know what? I can't do with y'all. I said, yeah. I said, I just want you to know I'm putting it on paper because if I have to go any further, because he come back anywhere near me, I'm not gonna be using on him.
I know that's
Now
right.
I still got my sister on my hip. He said, I know, I know, I know. He
I
said, you
know
was one
Mm-mm.
of
that's
my
right.
better ones out there. He said, but he said, yeah. He said, I'll see. He said, I'll give him a call and let him know what's happening. I said, yeah, do that. Because you was one of my better supervisors out here. hmm So when I went on and got a TPO, so I could CYA cover my entire ASS, like mutual alcohol, you stay in your square and I'm going to stay in mine. So when you see me, keep on walking.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because we feel the same way. How about that?
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I do love the Lord, but I ain't stupid. Yeah, I love the Lord. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But you're not gonna think it's okay that you can come in and step on me like that just because you can't have your way. I don't want the relationship anymore. We're done. Move on and leave me alone.
Mm.
My
Miss
grandma's
Lady
a
D.
Sagittarius. She was like that for real. Absolutely.
Because I don't believe in
Mm.
fighting fair. Because I don't. Because I'm gonna draw back some blood. You raise your hand. You gonna pull back a nut, and I'm gonna go for some
That.
more. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Cause
How
I
about
know
that?
I can't whoop no man. Miss Lady D, did you see what that lady put up on there? So
Which
you know I
one?
don't. Tawanda Davis. I mean, it's
Tawanda?
prayers all around.
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody.
yeah. She said prayers for Martell and Melody. Martell is
Yeah.
still has her kids around Ariane, and Ariane has been on social media in the past 3 months saying those funny looking kids. Mel does not feel her children are safe. Like I sit there and say, girl, oh, that's who he chose. Okay, so
What did
if
she?
they
Hmm.
found that the kids, go ahead. What you're saying?
They mad at her because she called their leader some words and said that that person got issues because something in the court paper saying that that leader lied on her child doing something, and she's
Yes.
saying it ain't true. But I digress.
Hmm. What
Hmm.
your thoughts about it, misbehaving? Because you was about to say something.
Oh, about the kids. You know, I don't like nobody involving kids, and I don't want to make
hmm
no excuse for that lady. But this is my thing. They have been talking about uh the youngest, Martell's youngest child, Knox. I think everybody should leave the kids out of it.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. Are they trolling each other? But they all need to leave the kids out of it. How come they can't just drag the mama? Why does any of the children need to be involved? But I know a lot of people want to see the Eminem kids on television, but I don't. I'd rather they not be on
Hmm.
television. I don't want them to be exposed to what's going on.
Hmm.
Now, if
hmm
their parents get on one accord, and Lady D, you know I've said this many a times. I don't like my son's father, and I bet he don't like me either.
Right.
But we peacefully coexist for our sons, and as a mother, and especially Melody, when I look at her, she is so fortunate. And hear me out, you guys. I feel that she is so fortunate because she was able to walk away. She was able to provide a home and some
Who,
stability for
who
her
you talking about?
children.
Melody?
When I
Melody?
compare that,
hmm
yeah, I'm talking about Melody. Like, this is why I can't understand why there's so much anger and people saying allow her to grieve and get over it. Well, they've been separated over 4 years now. So my thing
Mm-hmm.
is she's in a better position than most women. And I'm going to compare that to myself. Like I said, I had to leave with 3 backpacks, one backpack for me and one for each of my daughters. She is in a much better situation. She has a stable support system around her. She has guaranteed income. She has so much to be grateful and thankful for instead of dwelling on what happened in the past. So I don't understand that. Just move forward. Her and Martell ain't even gotta be best friends. And I've said it a long time ago. I don't know if it was a couple of months ago. He need to just have a third party, switch off the kids,
That's what
because
Lamel said the same thing. Mm-hmm.
I think it's going just like I don't see nothing good coming from this because some of these folks are unhinged and some of y'all in the clouds. What I'm saying, I'm about to say, some of you, I know y'all want to make it seem as if Melody has no choice and she can't control her fans because once upon a time I used to believe that. By her remaining quiet and not speaking up about the things, or we know she can't control a grown person, but you can let a person know that I don't like that. It hurts my kids. My children
Mm-hmm.
will see this one day. By her
Mm-hmm.
voicing that, people that truly love her, support her, and rock with her, they'll
Mm-hmm.
make sure not to support that negativity. But baby, I'm like you. Remember, Lady D? I think it was a month or two ago. You were telling me shouldn't Carlos King this show should be put on hiatus for a while, or
For 2
Carlos
years.
need
For
to
2 years.
step away.
Yeah.
That's what you said, and I wasn't agreeing with you. I said no, Carlos need to
Mm-hmm.
stay. He need to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to get rid of it unless we're gonna get something else on
Mm-hmm.
television because this right here, this is fitting that agenda of pitting black men and black women against
Right.
each
Mm-hmm.
other. That's
Absolutely.
what this is what I'm seeing on this show,
Mm-hmm.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're pitting
Yeah.
black men and black women against each other. And if you don't support, if you try to speak up on Martell's behalf, we recognize he's done wrong. And we've all said that. I have not heard one person say he hasn't done anything wrong. All
Mm-hmm.
we're
Right.
saying is he shut up. You chose to wait a year or two before you filed charges.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. But I'm gonna mute my mic. Let me go get my baby y'all off the bus, but I'm listening.
I
Okay.
I wanted
Go
to
ahead,
say,
Lavita. Mm-hmm.
whenever what happened to me, my ex-husband had got, because we were separated for a year because he violated me. He gave me a black eye a day before my son turned 1 years old. I had to go out of state to live in a shelter for a whole year.
Oh wow.
And he begged me back, bought me a $400 bracelet with diamonds from Zales. And I'm thinking he changed. And he didn't. And then he the abuse still continued. In about August of 2009, I never forget it. He had got over a $10,000 check, and we worked at the same place now.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me with so much evil that day. It was on a Tuesday. And when I come home, he changed the locks and had my stuff and my son's stuff. My son was 3, and he was at my mom's, and my mom lived out of state. I had to stay the night at my neighbor's house, who I did not know was on crack cocaine and had her lights off. I had to go stay at a shelter because he hurt. That was enough that I had. When somebody throws you to the wolves, they never
Mm-hmm.
cared about you. And you want to talk about some hardships and swallowing hard pills. God came back in my life that night.
Mm-hmm.
I had to stay in a shelter. And about a week later, that nigga had the nerve to try to want me back after what he did to me. And I told him no. The shelter ended up helping me divorce him. And when that happened, a year later, he threatened me because the judge made him pay me $3,000 back for damages.
Mhm.
So him and his side chick had to go help pay me back. And prior, he had like 45 days to do it. And he will make threatening calls to my phone and all this types of stuff.
But let me tell you what I like about you, Davida. You didn't let it get the best of you, because you could be on the trauma bonding bandwagon right now. But the thing about it is that you have forgiveness in your heart. And that's the thing.
Hmm.
Some people, they just don't want to let go. A lot of people that rise with Melody, most of these women that they've been through bad relationships, just like you and I, but we
Mm-hmm.
don't let that consume us. But this is the
Right.
question, Sydney.
Yeah. Sit there.
Sydney put, Carlos King said they only communicate through the court. I don't think that is going to work because they
Mm-mm.
are an ensemble group and they all together. How that's going to work, is just going to put a wedge in between the other relationships. If I go on Martell's side, then Melody gonna get mad. I don't think it's gonna work. So what
It's
I
not.
think they should do is go ahead and just ice Melody out or Martell leave.
What? Anybody want to go before me? Because I did a lot of talking.
I
But you know,
Go ahead,
I,
Dr. Lovely.
yeah, I'm going to say to Davita, I really commend you because all the many years of working in law enforcement like that, how many women went back to their abuser, and end up losing their lives like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got completely away from your
Yes,
ex-husband.
ma'am.
I commend you for that because I say a lot of women, even some pastors. There was a very well-known pastor here in this where I live, and like again back in the 80s, domestic violence and even child abuse, the early 80s was not looked at as a priority in the
Right.
law's eye, you
Uh-huh.
know? And when they changed
Mm-hmm.
that law, and even when we will receive calls as such, they were very low priorities. We had some officers. This one caller, she was calling in saying that her husband had been abusing her physically and beating this woman up. So these two officers that was going over there to claim that they was filing a report, they were friends with the husband because he was a well-known pastor here. Okay, so this had been going on for a while. End up another unit went over to the house. This one day she called for police, and before they can get to her, she was no longer with us. He strangled her with the telephone cord.
Wow.
Mm.
And even when you was in the shelter, he wasn't even supposed to know where you were
My God.
because they have shelters for women as such that are victims like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just commend you and continue on your healing journey, because and forgive yourself for because some women say, well, I just can't forgive myself because I allowed this man to do me like that. But
Mhm.
you were able to move forward with your life and your son. Here, your son ready to graduate. So kudos to you. I take my hat off to you.
Thank
I,
you.
I
I had
really
to
do.
learn.
I commend you. And
Yeah.
you have such a testimony of how
Yes, I
many other
do.
women that are caught up in that wicked web of DV. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
never get out of that wicked web.
That
Mhm.
is right. And see what I had to learn, because I learned that if a man treats his mother disrespectfully, he'll treat you that way. And I had to learn to
Hmm.
love myself because I
That's right.
allowed so much. And I had to forgive myself. I had to get back into church and things. And it was like a 2-year journey of that. And for
Right.
those 2 years, and for 4 years out of that, I didn't get no support from him at all. At all. He
Right.
didn't support nothing. And he had a good job at Wells Fargo as a banker and all of that stuff. He would go take his other women out to Ruth Chris and things. But I said God sees it. But now he like owes me over 10,000 of back pay child support
Wow.
and
Good
things.
for you. Good.
But my son, he's getting an associate's degree at 18 because he went to an early college combined with high school. God is good
Hmm.
because I got him away from that. Because if I would have, let me say this, if I would have stayed in that and continued, then my son would think it's okay for women to be
Yep.
disrespected and abused. And I had to break the cycle, is what I had to do as a Black
Hmm.
woman.
Right. Right.
Period.
I commend you. I commend you for being a victor. You're a victor. You have overcome, and God has given you that
Yes.
strength to overcome, that situation, and that you didn't let it change who you are. Because
Mhm.
I I'm big on energy. You and Lady D and everybody on this panel, I'm an empath. I'm
Mhm.
empathic, and that your spirit, you got a sweet spirit, David. All of y'all do.
Thank you very
Every
much.
last
Thank
one of
you.
y'all have a sweet spirit, and Lady D, I just love the wisdom that you give, not just from experience, but you give biblical wisdom too. So I
Mhm.
appreciate that you back up what you say with scripture.
Thank you
I
very much.
appreciate that.
Mm. Thank you very much.
I do too.
And
Yes.
see when it's amazing because this man is this preacher, he said that if we go and pay for the marriage license, we're a foolish woman. He's not living anymore, and that's true because I done that
But you know how many women that are sitting in the congregation that are victims of DV,
a
and
lot.
pastors don't want to talk about that, about domestic violence from the pulpit, which I think is wrong.
Absolutely, it's a
Which is
lot of that
wrong.
now, and I rather be free and be free spirit and have God in my life and
Hmm.
love who I am. Because I didn't want to date because I was taking care of my son.
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
and he's graduating. I'm proud. He's going to another college, and I put my child first before
That's
my
right.
needs. Is what I did. I
Mhm.
sacrificed a lot, and
That's right.
I'm just not gonna get caught up in that because when a man sees what you allow, he's gonna continue to do it, and it's vice versa. Because you got some
Mhm.
Hmm.
women that do it too now. You got some because
Exactly.
because what's funny, when I left him, the woman he was cheating on me with ended up doing the domestic violence to him.
Wow, that's
Hmm.
usually how it works.
Yeah, it
The
sure does.
karma is
Yes.
real. And I never forget, 10 years later, my son tells me that his dad divorced his second wife that had 3 kids. Remember when we said how you get them is how you lose them?
Mhm.
See, he ended up doing her worse than he did
Wow.
me. See,
Rachel has a question. Oh, not to you still have some more to say, Davita?
no, I don't.
Okay, Rachel has a question. Misbehaving guys, y'all can take anyone can take this question. Is that she say, Lady D and chat, do you think love and marriage in Huntsville will flourish without Martell? Go ahead,
No,
Misbehaving.
no, it's gonna stay stagnant. What what
Hmm.
what new is going to be talked about? Is Melody going
Hmm.
to bring on her love interest?
I doubt
Right.
it. I doubt it. What I think, this is what I think. I think that is just too much stuff. Too many people is involved, and once you get the court in it, that's a no no. You and
Hmm.
Dark and Lovely know exactly what I'm talking about. So what I think
Right.
is just like what Lamar says, and we've been saying it from day one, is that they need to Martell need to just go ahead and just at least a year or two just walk away from all this period, or just leave and go to another door that is open. But I would just leave out of love, what you call it, Huntsville. I would just go if I was Martell. It's too much, especially
Right.
you getting a DV attached to your name. That's horrible.
Can
Yeah.
I ask this? Can I ask this question real quick, Lady D? Do
Go
you
ahead.
all think that maybe by Martell appearing on Roa, that was a way of Carlos trying to get Martell on another platform away from Melody so that way he could be making an income? But because her Melicot members were so distraught and hell bent on destroying this man, they messed up his opportunity to be able to, leave Love and Marriage Huntsville and
Mhm.
to gain successful,
Could be.
employment.
Could be.
I think so. I think that it could happen. I think that's what I seen before. When I found out how they was trying to mess up his contracts with the suits, I said he needs to have his own show somewhere else, because
Mhm.
I do feel that in the future he's going to have some type of victory with a class action lawsuit,
That's
because
what
they've
I'm
done
looking
the
for.
most to him,
Hmm.
and there's too much
Hmm.
evidence out here.
Right.
There's too much evidence, and it hurts me that he's doing this, going through this. I don't look at him as I don't see him as that. He
Hmm.
was a man of needs. From what my understanding was, before that show even happened, he was providing.
Hmm.
Marlene even said it, you know. But sometimes people like to for you to go at other people, so it will take attention off them. You got to
Hmm.
think about that. You got people like that that's in that lifestyle.
So make me. So I want to make sure I'm getting clarity. So before Mel and Martell approached, so Martell and Mel was actually broken up before they even approached Carlos King about this reality show. Am I
According to
right?
what Ariane, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about when I came on earlier. I wanted because I've been watching episode one, season
Okay.
one. I've been watching season one, and according to what Ariane said, that the entire storyline was fake, and they got together just to pitch this show.
Mm-hmm. Because he was already seeing other females.
Well, Ariana, according to her, say they were together, and once Melody wanted to pitch the show because Melody already had an apartment, she was already with whatever she was doing. But I guess as the show progressed, then they got together, and you know everything just that's most likely that's why Melody went ahead from episode one season one, she went ahead and she threw that wrench at the table because you remember when they all came together with the comeback group
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
she made it all about her business. So right there, I think that she was trying to set the stage to assassinate his character from day one, making it all about herself. She knew good and well that she was not nowhere, wanting to, make this about a comeback group. She wanted to make it all about herself, which she did. She did a good job. She ran with this for almost 7 seasons. It was all about her. And I was watching, even with Letitia. Letitia was saying, you making it all about yourself. You're bougie and you changing. And even Kimmy, I see why Kimmy was upset with her because once those cameras start rolling, Melody head started getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right? Because in the old stories I remember, he the one drove her to meet Carlos when they were together.
Hmm.
It's like the same scenario. She she hangs with certain people to use them, and once she doesn't need them, she discards them.
Yes.
I feel she
Eh,
used Martell to get where she wanted, I think.
right.
And once
And
she
Yeah.
got the
that's another
plans,
characteristic of a narcissist.
correct.
Yes.
She steps on people to get ahead, but what she failed to realize, what you do to others will come back. She
Hmm.
Hmm.
thinks because she got this nice house on a hill, she thinks she's made it and everything, and they thinking they're above God, and that's dangerous when you put yourself
Hmm.
before God and you shouldn't.
Fame and fortune is dangerous. That's why I say, they put their life on display for the entire world to pick it apart. But do you think that Melody went ahead and pushed her husband out? Because you can provoke a person, if you holding out and this man is begging and having needs, and she rather just sit on a sofa or whatever she was doing. Do you think is a possibility that she pushed him out, which it's no excuse. Martell, he should have
Exactly.
went ahead and divorced her, but you know it is, or what, you can push your husband out. So what you guys think about that?
Yeah,
But
I do.
again, what woman goes because she needs some time to herself? And I know we had this
A
discussion before.
hotel, yes, a
And
hotel.
you go to a hotel. to get a peace of mind or get some relaxation. No, I wish I had it. I wish I had it that way.
I
Mm.
found it.
But
I found it.
She got a peace of mind. She got a peace of mind, Dr.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Lovely.
she did. She
Yes,
got a
she
peace of
did.
mind and some because ain't no male ain't fooling nobody. See, narcissists sometimes they have a whole nother life going on with somebody
Mhm.
else.
Right.
Mhm.
Why that partner is thinking they're in this marriage and relationship and they're exclusive. You understand what I'm saying? And she has this grandiose attitude, and this is why with those millimeters that she it's all about control. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about control, and it's all about image, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
all along you're throwing your rock and hiding your hand because you know what you're doing. She's very calculating, very
Mhm.
Yes.
calculating.
Very,
Yes.
very.
Yes. Because she stayed at home. Don't you know when I would get off work, the house would be dirty because before I go to work, I clean the house. And my
Mhm.
ex-husband and son be laying around. He wouldn't have no dinner cook. I would have to get off work. He tells me, "Don't sit down because you smell like chicken." I have to go to the grocery store to get something to eat because he failed to do it. He will never meet me halfway with anything, and it was an unyokely marriage. And I think Martell marriage to Melody was unequally yoked as well
Absolutely. Absolutely. I talked
because
about that as well.
she only cared
Hmm.
about the title. See, you got some people that just care about the
Mhm.
title of something.
Right,
She had the title
Mhm.
of wife, but she didn't do what it takes to be a wife. Just like some
Absolutely.
men don't do what it takes to be a husband. It goes
right,
both ways.
right.
Absolutely.
Because if you go back to the first seasons of Love and Marriage
Yep.
Huntsville, that man was home. He would come home from working and he's
Mhm.
taking care of the kids, cleaning the house, he's bathing the kids, he's combing hair, he's asking his wife, I need you here at home. You done been
Absolutely.
out here, doing this and that and the other, and you come home and there's no dinner ready for your family. And he told Mel that. Yeah,
Hmm.
she pushed him in the arms of another woman.
Yeah.
And like you
And
say,
what
Lady
man
D,
do
it
you
doesn't
know?
justify it. But looking at them both being young and immature, and I
Yeah.
think what Martell was trying to have with Mel, because he didn't have that, is making sure that there was a man and a father in the home for his children.
And what man do you know that's going to bring the mom in as well?
Exactly. And I believe what his mother said that my husband, what she said, my son worked hard. You didn't, you basically, she was telling Mel she was lazy,
Yeah,
Hmm.
worked
you
him to
know?
the bones. Yeah, absolutely. She said, I thought you was gonna kill my son.
Because see, Montel started his entrepreneurship before she even did. She got
Yep.
turned on by that, I believe, and he gave her an opportunity to be the CEO of his business because he knew that if a woman owns 51 or 59% of the business, you qualify to get business government grants and things
Hmm.
to get deals and stuff in your business. A lot of
Hmm.
people don't know that. I think it's 59 or 51%. A woman got
Right.
to own that much if it's a man business. And I know white men do this all the time with their wife. They have different types of business, like cleaning business or a lawn care business, and they get these government grants and they get the bid on them,
Right.
and
Right.
they're able to qualify because they got a woman in there that got either 51 or 59%. It's somewhere in that range. So he gave her an opportunity.
And he supported her too. And as I'm thinking back, when he would tell her about different things that he was trying to do, she was a little like kind of looked down on Martell, just
Uh-huh.
like she did with Martell's mother. She kind of like turned her nose up at Martell's mother too. You
But the
know.
thing about it, she want to turn her nose, but they stepped on his back to get what they got today because
Thank you.
it wouldn't be
Yep.
nothing if it was not for Martell. Martell
Right.
helped with the reality show. He helped with the business, made her the CEO, took her out of the school system, and He built a business, $1 million lawnmower business. So it wouldn't be nothing without Martell. But the
So
thing
give
about
me
it is with Martell, I think Martell just should just walk away. Go ahead.
now, now give me clarity on this. Am I clear that even when they came to Carlos King about this reality show, is it true that Martell actually really didn't want to do this, but he went on because of what Mel wanted to do?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I
I,
get total clarity on that.
and I want to say something about being an entrepreneur and things like that. I started businesses after my divorce as well to provide back back in that 2010 2011 era because finances was different than it is now. COVID has messed up a lot.
Yeah.
So when you're a single mom, sometimes it's best to do service-based business or digital type business that does not take a lot of upfront cash when you're a single mom versus what like Stormy could do because she's married and has that backbone support. It's better for her to continue her Cameron's Broody, but in this day and time, she should Melody being a single mom of four, she should have done things that was more on a service-based business side or a digital business type thing to earn recurring revenue because she got four
Mhm.
children. She needs to be in a business that's where she earning a monthly income.
Hmm.
And there's some services out there you could do to earn that.
Yeah.
Hmm. You got something to say, Misbehaving?
No, I was just listening. I think yeah, I'm just listening to it
So
all. But
what do you think? Go ahead. What do you think? Because we talk about Melody and Martell. What about a solution? What about a solution when it comes to all this right here? Because, like I say, I just can't stand to see a black man being arrested for something that was so petty.
Mhm.
and you know where I work. You don't know where I work, but you know what I do. But I don't like that. That's frivolous when there is true DV cases. But I
Absolutely,
think if the rumors are true, if what the reportings are saying is true, because I don't believe nothing I hear, I have to see it for myself.
Right.
absolutely.
But if the rumors are true that he was found guilty and he has to stay away with from her and he has a placed on probation for 12 months, he won't be on the show. He'll be away from her. But
Yes,
I hope
she'll
that,
antagonize him.
yeah, I just hope that once he's off the show, that the Mellow members will leave him alone. I mean, because this man has to be able to earn money. He has children to take care of, to support.
Mhm.
And if he doesn't have a job and he's laying around on a couch or shacking up or whatever the negative things they like to put on uh, those that aren't the best in our community, they'll be gloating on that too. See, he's nothing. He's a deadbeat. He can't do
Mhm,
nothing for his kid. He's not there. Well, y'all ran the man away. So I'd
mhm.
say, Martell, just walk away from the show, go on and do something else, have limited
Right.
contact, let somebody else talk to her. And sometimes, and I hate to say this because I was one of those black women that said, quit saying bitter baby mama or bitter ex-wife. And
Mhm.
I hope it doesn't get to that point where she try to use the kids against their father.
Wow. She
You,
tried,
you know,
she tried.
I really hope not. Because do y'all remember that one episode where Martell was sitting on the front porch and he had on those Louis Vuitton shoes, but the red sole at the bottom of the shoe was worn out?
Mhm.
And people were talking about that, making videos. Well, then when Melody did their Christmas card photo with all the kids, they all had on those
You broke up. Misbehaving? Her, her mic, she having problems with her mic. But yeah, I think she tried. She tried many times, all the scenes that we saw, using the kids, oh, mom is better, especially when she was talking about, she make a full course meal. I don't think you made that full course
Louboutin
meal. If
shoes with
anything,
the
she
red
went ahead.
bottoms, and they made
Oh, can you
sure
repeat it
Tay.
again? Repeat it again. Your mic had dropped. Misbehaving. Can you hear us? Misbehaving. Are you there? She's having mic problems. Girl, get that
But
mic
but
together.
here's a
Go
question
ahead.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Me as a grandmother, and as I shared with you all earlier about my two younger daughters that went through a really bad divorcement, and they, as far as with them co-parenting with their exes, as a grandmother, I stepped in that when the ex-husband need to come and get the grandkids, you come to my house and pick your babies up. Why is Miss Van and Miss Marlene is not doing that? Or is that
Mm-hmm.
in place? Or is there a guardian of litem that's handling that piece?
You talking about with the kids?
Yeah, with the
Wh-
kids.
Well, they say that grandparents can, have the kids, but not, you- our friends or cousins and whoever the uncles, but the grandparents can, have the children. That's the only ones. But
But
they messed it up.
but you know
Go-
what got me was on that first episode on the fourth. She told her brother why Martell didn't call her. Are you
I hated that.
serious?
I hated that part. Yes.
She playing in their faces big time.
It's gonna all come to halt because, like I said, you never win when you play dirty. All this going to come back and bite her in the face. But the only thing that I can say when it comes to this and Dark and Love, about the court system. You don't play, especially a black man. We got so many black men that's in prison and so many children, are separated from the father. We need the fathers, we don't
Hmm.
need all these broken homes. And to me, I don't see how they can glorify all this, make it make sense.
Right. And here you have a father that wants to be
Wants to be.
in his children's life and making himself available for his children. It's crazy. But here's my other thing. Why would she expect Martell to call her when the courts have told him not to contact her?
Thank
Right?
you.
That is what was in the court that he's not to contact her, right?
Right.
Hmm.
And she know if he contact her right there, he violated what the court had already put in place. See, she thinks she's slick.
Yes.
He didn't call me. Why would he call you? If anything, he could have had his mother, to call her and let her know what was going on. But Miss Marlene said, we don't need to call you. We got this taken care of because they already know the game that Melanie is playing.
Hmm.
Trying to again paint this picture that he's this horrible, horrible person, and that he's doing this and that and the other. And really, Mel, she need to quit it.
Hmm. But I think
Yeah,
she
she
just
need to
should
quit it.
just. I just don't understand how could she just sleep at night. You got to be a very cold person to put the father of your children, in jail and have that attached to him, knowing how he's so involved in the school. But it's just a thing about it. She's so caught up in this reality show and with these fans and with the love of money. Like I said, the love of money is the root of all evil. And I just hope that Martell, can shake off of this and Melody, because they say I even heard people say that Melody and Martell, they are very different, in when it comes to co-parent off the cameras than what they are, when the
Hmm.
cameras are rolling, but if she's acting, and she's doing what she's doing, I don't see how she could sleep at night. That's the part that I don't
Hmm.
understand.
I
Hmm.
do
I just don't
remember.
understand.
I do remember. I know. I remember thinking. I know sometimes those kids cry out for him
Hmm.
when they're with her.
I would want to know what the children is going through because I know those children are very articulate and I know they own social media and I know they see all this and I want to know what are on their minds, because Melody, the way that she was throwing a glass at Martell and the way that, she belittled him and emasculated
Right.
him. I know that, she just didn't do it in front of cameras. I know some of that stuff had to been in that home as well
Of
because you could
course.
see that she looked like she was tearing this man up.
And again, what she's doing, she's building a case. She has built a case against
Yes,
Martell, and she's keeping a paper trail. So it would look in her favor when she come before the judge. And that's why I say if Martell is smart, he need to bring them videos. Since she claimed that
absolutely.
she needs security, she's so afraid of Martell.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Cause she's doing what she's doing with this paper trail, and then she's
Hmm.
poking him. She's poking at him, poking, and
Absolutely.
that's what he was meaning when that's what he meant when he sent her that text message. Quit bullying
Hmm.
me, because if I do something to you, then
Yes.
I'm going to look like this monster before the public,
So
and the
you think
courts,
that's what
that
he was
I done
talking
did
about
all of this
releasing?
to you, but you're doing things behind the scene. Again, she
Yeah.
throwing a rock and hiding her hand, being
So
narcissistic.
do you think, Dr. Love, when he was saying that, he was talking about the tapes that he showed Tasha K, that he was going to release how she was trying to set that house on fire? You think
I
that's what he was
believe
talking
so.
about?
I believe
Okay.
so. And if he knew better, that's exactly what he needs to be presenting to the court. And I believe Martell
Yes.
will too, because he didn't film all of that for nothing.
So that's why you think that he's asking for appeal so he can lay it
Eh,
all on the table now.
yep, I believe that.
Yes.
Yep, and he
Yes.
needs to. He needs to.
Absolutely.
Yep, he needs
Absolutely.
to. And I think it would be smart of him, since his other poor kids can't film, then Lil Knox shouldn't be able to film either. Be fair
Hmm.
across the board with your babies.
Hmm.
Yep, because the way these people are coming at talking about his son like that is horrible. I
Hmm.
wouldn't want him to be filming either. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
I
what I
think it would
think.
be wise. He don't put Lil Knox in that position where people are,
Yes.
these millimeters can continue spitting venom on that baby like that. That's horrible.
Hmm. So
Horrible.
that's what I think. I think now, because like I say, you never win. You play dirty. When you dig one ditch, you better make sure that you dig another one for yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
at first, I was saying, he shouldn't just appeal, just walk away, take the misdemeanor, get it expunged, and that is it. But also, they did too much to his credibility, his job. They did too much to him. So go ahead and appeal it and lay it all on the table. Show the judge who the aggressive one, who are the one that really needs security. Is Martell needs security, because what she did that was arson. That's criminal, and that's first degree felony right there.
Right.
Right there. And somebody did put the Alabama, look, this is the Alabama law. I think they put right here in Alabama, attempted arson is a class B felony that can result in up to 20 years in prison and a minimum of 2 years. The FBI defined arson as intentionally, as willfully burning or attempting to burn. And
Yep.
the Alabama law, if I think that me, Nicole, we had sat there and we pulled that up, you have 5 to 10 years. And I think that Logical has said something to the fact that it haven't been over 5 years when she sat there and was trying to set that house on fire.
Mm-hmm. And don't
So
don't forget about child endangerment.
thank you. Thank you.
There was child
Thank you.
endangerment. So it was three things that she violated. There was DV, there was DV with not one weapon but two weapons. You got a baseball bat and lighter fluid.
And it
Then
was in her
you left them
hands.
babies sitting in the car while you inside of the house. Got them in your car unattended.
Hmm.
Them kids could have started that car up, because it does happen, and
Yes.
drove, and end up having a bad accident in that car, or
Oh,
anything. Them kids could have got out the car and got hit by a car, because your kids was left in that car unattended. Then you also put them in danger, because you got lighter fluid. That house could have blew up,
thank
and
you.
them
Thank
babies are
you.
sitting out there in their car.
And
So it
who to
was
say
three things that
kids
she
in
violated,
the
and he needs
garage?
to show the court
Yes.
that.
Who to say that the kids was under the garage, and the whole house could explode.
Yep.
So don't
Yep.
let that go, Martell. Don't let it go. I think he was doing that because he was trying to spare her. But
He
she's
did.
not trying to spare him at all. She wants to see him under the jail.
Right. Yep. Yep. So she yeah, she done painted this picture And she got this narrative out here that Martell and did all of this when she didn't. It's because
Mm-hmm.
she speak with a forked tongue.
Mm-hmm.
She
That's
speak with a
it.
forked tongue
She
because
sure
she
do.
1 minute. Oh, I'm so now she's playing this damsel in distress. Oh, I'm so
Yes.
afraid. I gotta have security around me. No, the one that needs security is Martell because of these crazy millimeters that's out here. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know who may walk up on Martell and do
That's
something to
it.
that man. I'm serious because
Absolutely.
of
And
the
Right.
hatred
the
that they
hatred.
have for Martell.
Look how
There's
they
some
sit there
crazy
and film
people
them
out here, you
in the
know,
hospital. Just like Davita said, that's HIPAA. You going against HIPAA law. You don't sit there and film this man while he's in the hospital.
and that's
Let me
stalking.
see.
Someone that she's got her people
Yes.
stalk. Her people are. I'm not gonna put that on Mel, but you got some people that are so don't think right, and they're following him because they obsessed about this
Mhm.
situation with him and Mel. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's why
And somebody is stalking him. Some these
somebody
people out here
said
stalking him like that.
Martell need to hire a PI and he need to find out who are the ones that's leaking all this information. Because
Yep.
if these content creators are putting that on their videos, then who leaked it to them? And that's how he need to just go ahead and smoke them out. Because long as you just sitting there, and not doing anything, and I understand what Maurice and Marcia was talking about going to a blogger, but you don't have to go to the blogger. Go to the
Hmm.
police and or go and hire you a PI and you can cease this fire because this have gotten out of hand.
I do
Right, and he
believe that the lawyers he have, is aware of everything, and they got a lot of receipts. Allegedly, I
Paper
did hear
trail
that.
too, right? Paper, yep, you're right. Could be.
and he needs to shut Ariane down and tell her if you go on live, do not be discussing me and my children or this situation. Keep that out of your mouth.
Absolutely,
He
But
absolutely.
need he needs to he needs to shut that down.
when she's not even mentioning them, they'll still try to egg her in that chat. It's pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but on the regarding Martell and this situation, she should not be allowed to speak on anything about this court case at all. She needs to shut her mouth.
Absolutely,
Because what
absolutely.
she's doing, she's again is not helping Martell on his case, and he needs to tell her, look, when you if you want to go live and you that's your platform, do not speak about me or this case or our children, my children or little knots.
Mm-hmm.
Do not
Mm-hmm.
do that. Quit doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they
Yep,
just
quit
going to
doing it.
just use it against them anyway. So they might as well just stop talking to the bloggers completely. Just go ahead and find out who are the ones that's leaking all that to them.
And who called
Because
CPS on? Who called the CPS? Because
yes,
that's why I'm hearing too. They called CPS on Ariane regarding her daughter, right?
wow, that's horrible.
I
Is
did
that
hear
did I
that.
hear that?
Yeah, and I heard that's why I unsubscribed to a certain content creator when she put out there allegedly that he did something to her daughter, and I had asked someone who knows more, and they say that wasn't true. So they've been doing the most, but I don't. I think she takes care of her kids. I don't think she's a
Who,
bad mom.
Ariane?
Yeah,
Oh
I
Oh,
yeah.
do.
she's a good mom. Even Martell said, her daughter, straight A student. She's a good mom. She hands on. She cooking and all this, but she still needs to leave these bloggers alone because
Mm-hmm.
the last one that she was on thought that it was her friend, which she could have came back. Ariane could have came back on that blogger because first of all, if you and I having a private conversation, that's between you and I. You don't leak it on a on a channel, on your channel. You don't do that, so Ariane could have had her handle for that, because you don't do stuff like that. But still of all, leave the bloggers alone. Martell, leave the bloggers alone and just hire you a PI and hire you a good PR team to help clean this mess up, and just shut your mouth and maybe at least 1 or 2 years just walk away from Love and Marriage in Huntsville. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly how I see it.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
too
That's
toxic. It
that'd be the
it is
best
have got
thing.
become too toxic. That's how I look at it. Look, guys, we got 6 more minutes. We talk about solution now. We got 6 more minutes. Okay, what is your solution, Dark and Lovely, and then Davita?
I agree with what was suggested that he needs to shut it down, shut down, back, get off social media, get quiet, and get focused on him and his children, and so therefore he can move forward. So therefore you can't keep giving people something to talk about.
Absolutely.
You can't keep giving people something to talk about. Nope, you can't do it, and that's what I would suggest as a solution in the situation, and the same with Mel. Mel needed to move on. She need to move
Mm-hmm.
on and focus on what she's doing, the business that's paying her, and focus on her and her children.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's too many voices involved. She got too many people talking about her and Martell. So that needs to be shut down.
Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Go ahead, Davita.
I think that he needs to get off the show and focus on what he could do and work in silence and
Hmm.
maybe talk to a lawyer and show this evidence and things and put God first and
Mm-hmm.
do the right thing. Don't let these people get the best of him and stuff, ignore it. But
Mm-hmm.
also he needs to get off that show
Mm-hmm.
and talk with his lawyers. I think that there should be a court case involved here.
Absolutely.
That because
Well,
Absolutely.
Lady
somebody
D, I got your cash app. I'm gonna send you a little something just to bless you, and
Okay.
thank you
However you
for
feel
allowing me on
led.
your
All right.
panel.
And thank you anytime. You are welcome anytime. Anytime. This was a very good conversation and a much needed one at that.
And I don't promote violence either. I just had to handle
Absolutely.
my business when brother
Absolutely.
man tried to step to me in that way.
Hey,
So
ladies,
don't
I
y'all
want
think I'm promoting violence, because I
No,
don't.
girl,
I'm a pretty
you
level-headed person, but
you don't want me to tell my testimony. Trust me,
but
we've
look,
been through.
look, look, we classy and fabulous, and yeah, we can be all of
Thank
that,
you.
but I can take off my high heel shoes, my stockings, and all of that, and get down with you. You know.
Cool, honey. Don't get me to talk. Oh
But
my
I
God.
appreciate you, ladies. Y'all be
All
blessed
right.
here.
You too. Thank you very much. Dark and lovely. Yes, indeed. What you got, Lamar?
Absolutely.
okay. Hey, I just want to say, ladies, I'm sorry I had to jump off because I work from home, so the calls are
Okay.
coming through. But I enjoyed you guys so much. You guys are beautiful inside and out. My solution to Martell and Mel, well, Martell first is to, like you say, sit
Hmm.
back for a little bit, do some inside work. He needs to be consistent with his therapy, because I know he's
Yep.
admitted certain times that he said, I miss therapy, but you got to stay consistent with that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And work on not being so triggered. um
Right.
and if he can work through not being so triggered, I think that'll help him out. As
Mm-hmm.
far as Melody, I think my solution to her is just for her to have a real conversation with her fan base and say, hey, I'm trying to
Absolutely.
do this amicably with my ex-husband. It's cost a lot. We are years into this now. I need y'all to just relax. I still love y'all. Y'all my fan base. I'm gonna rock with y'all, but I need y'all to respect me in some kind of capacity,
Hmm.
and lay off my husband for a while, because it's starting to affect me and my kids and my
Absolutely.
other close knit family.
Right.
And that's
Right.
Yep.
that's it. That's all I got. Again, ladies, I enjoy Lady D. This is a godsend for me. It really is. I thank you for allowing me to come on your platform and just
Leave your
talk.
email. Leave your
Oh,
email, and you and I we can do something here. Leave your
yes,
email.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So God bless you, ladies. I will talk to you guys
Yes.
real soon. I'm about to leave your email in that in your
Okay,
private
private.
chat, Lady D.
Yes. Because like you said,
Okay.
we all about solutions. All
Yes,
about
ma'am.
Absolutely.
solutions.
Yes, ma'am. It was a pleasure, ladies. God
And
You
one
bless.
as
thing,
well. You as well.
yes, thank you
Okay.
very much. And one thing about us, if we tear down, right, we know how to build back up. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So close it out, Davita. And we're gonna close it out. Thank you guys very much. Go ahead, Davita, close it out.
um guys, I appreciate all this today.
Hmm.
We just want justice on what's right. God sees what's going on, and they're laughing now, but they will cry later because there's no winners in the situation. Because what is the end game? What are you doing this for? It's not worth it. There's
Absolutely.
children that's the real that's going to be hurt by all of this. So we just got to stay prayed up with everything that's going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, guys, we've been on for 2 hours, and I mean, this was a great live, a very great live. And just like I said earlier, if we tear down, we can build back up. But, when you start getting the law involved, especially all the horrible stories that have happened when it comes to the black man, and this right here, guys, this is petty. This is really petty because, you know, I think that Martell, he had a chance to sit there and really do some big stuff that Melody did. And it's caught on film, when she threw the glass, that was DV. When she sat there and tried to light the man's house on fire, that was DV. When she had the bat, that was DV. Pulling up plants and allegedly throwing knives, that was DV. But what he did, he went ahead and he spared her. And nobody have the right to put hands on nobody. If you know that your life is in danger, you sit there and you call 911 or you call somebody to remove yourself out of that situation. But where I blame Melody is that when they pitched this show, they put their entire life on display for the entire world to pick it apart. And that's why I blame them, Melody and Martell both, because if they know that their relationship was so toxic, no way in the world that I would have put it out there for the entire world to pick it apart, knowing that these people come with all these different spirits and is you're gonna have all different opinions. And that's how I look at it. So Davida, thank you very much. We done did our 2 hours. Thank you for coming in and helping us out. My girl misbehaving. Love her, love her, love her. Guys, make sure you go ahead and check out our channel. Misbehaving is fun, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Also, my mod Starbucks lover, country girl, thank you. Also, Bertha, thank you guys. Nicole, thank you guys.
Nicole.
Yes, Nicole, thank you very much because Nicole is a blessing. Nicole is the one that gave me misbehaving, okay, and I thank her for that. But I mean, Lamar, thank you very much. We're going to do something, especially on Sundays, because, and thank you for that Cash App. Thank you, Dark and Lovely, for the Cash App. Bless you. And I pray that the Most High God will bless it. Unlimited, shaking together and running over. Thank you very, very much, and this is a lot, guys. All I could say right now when it comes to these reality shows, you know how I feel when it comes to these reality shows. I think that they are a distraction, because it's so much stuff that is going on out there, and if they know that they can put this foolish stuff in front of us, then they can plot and work overtime on us. So again, thank you for that Cash App, Dark and Lovely. And guys, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. And I started not come on, and I'm so glad that I did come on because I truly believe that the message has gotten across. And even
Mm-hmm.
though, sometimes I feel like just throwing in the towel, but I thank God that my labor is not in vain. So thank you very much, guys, and you all be blessed. Thank you, Davita here.
You're welcome, Lady D.
All
Y'all
right,
have
be
a
blessed,
blessed
guys.
day.
You
Mm-hmm.
too. All right, be blessed. Okay, guys, be blessed.